say again, thank you for having us here at this wonderful museum. And thank you all for turning out to hear what we have to say. Because without you all's ears taking us in, your mouth won't have nothing to say about us. And but the main thing about art is to me, I say that art is all rendered truth from the internal self. It's an existing something that deals with us, the humans. And that's what we've really been basing our lives on before humans got a chance to know how to write, or before they discovered what to write on or what to write with. Somehow or another, our art were reflections of our ways. For me as an artist, I try to just show those ways and try to bring them up to date. Try to bring them up to our current living standard. And the main thing about my work is that I try not to throw anything away. That's to make the world better. If we all want to pitch in and make the world better, let us do something about throwing away. If we can take it, stop that, stop it in its tracks and say, somehow or another, if you look at the quilters, and I want to say, I'm appreciative for you all having me to tag along, because I'm just getting to be an old man tagging along with all these beautiful women. Boy, that's something to do, you know what I'm saying? But just like I'm just simply saying, if we don't learn to teach our children beyond technical, because we're getting into a technical age. Everybody's sitting around with their computers and their cell phones and their automatic cars and everything. Everything is so automatic now until it's getting to be ridiculous. Because if you give out the gas and your windows is up, or either you sitting there and you caught in 2 or 3 hours worth of traffic and you can't get out of your vehicle because the gas run out, which is going to keep your computer running. And I'm saying, can you dig it? And here is, we've not been taught to put something in there where we can burst out of this situation. Here we are in an airtight, locked up, confined situation, and 40 miles that way the traffic is blocked up, 40 miles the other way the traffic is blocked up behind you. You hadn't taught yourself how to go and jump the fence to deal with the elements or nature. I mean, we're not taking any nature courses here. So when you do get caught in those situations, can you jump the fence and get away from that? So our art really is the after effect of other people's art about environment that is pretty. Because I'm saying landscapes that we look at, they're beautiful. But some of those pictures do not show the hazards, do not show the fence line, do not show the condition and the congestion that we have to deal with. Some things is make-believe. And I try not to make you believe anything. I try to bring the facts to you for you to see that. And with my works that's upstairs, one piece has a rowboat on it, if you all noticed it, and the other piece has 2 crutches on it. The piece that with the rowboat on it was honoring my grandmother. It has a piece of old quilt on it. It talked about hard labor of not only sewing this stuff together, but having to wash it out and wring it out. It took their strength to do this. And it took their knuckles to get all of that, you know what I'm saying, all of that dirty debris out of that quilt. So it wasn't easy back there. I'm praising their efforts in a sense with my work. I'm praising their efforts, and with the pieces with the crutches on, I'm saying, let's not wait until everything is burned out. Our society have took and flamed up against us, and with the paperwork. There's so much paperwork. Do you all know how much paperwork is taking along? Can you dig it? Just for the Trade Center. When the Trade Center fell, do you know how much newspaper, how much paper, data, and all the other facts of paper that was, how many trees had to die just for us to get the news and give us the blues? You see what I'm talking about? But the whole thing is, can you all see that roll of paper now that I've explained that to you all? I want you all to see my work as action speaking louder than words. No time for us to play. Mrs. Bendoff and them puss is not playing with you all. All you got to do is look at each patch. look at, and she say, my children wore those clothes. My grandmother wore those clothes. And the thing that we're doing, we're taking those things and identifying, trying to bring you up, trying to say, no, it's not all sweet and chocolate on the top. We love sweet and chocolate. But if we had to taste that bitterness, you have to take the bitter with the sweet. That's what we were told when we was coming up. And at this time now, it's a little dab will do you. We got to teach our children how just a little dab will do you. Otherwise, they ain't going to have enough money to go to school. I did a piece called Cussing at the Gas Pump. Yeah. On a Sunday morning, a lady go on her way to church, put her little credit card in there, thinking she going to fill up her tank. Credit card rejected her. She got mad and all the words came out. She just slammed the door and went on back on. Because she couldn't go any further. These are realities, ladies and gentlemen. These are true realities. So our work, like Mr. Dow's work is reflecting what we have to deal with. How, if you look at that piece with all those trees and bushes and weeds and the drive, can you dig, you jump the fence, you got to dig with that. You don't know what's going to be up under that wood when you turn it over. So if we don't do early research and put our children out in the fields, give them camping reasons, give them field trip reasons. We got a way of taking all of this, what they call negative energy, and put it into a positive. But we got to make our money be where our mouth at. I can't sit up here and talk about this and talk about that, and I had not experienced it. My mother had 27 of us. I'm the seventh of my mother's 27 children. So I'm talking from experience. I'm talking from watching 20 children run around, brother, big brother, and then they, after a while, they would look at me as daddy, big daddy. You understand? Because I helped my mother like that. And that's what these people's here. We are the mothers and the fathers of a society. I asked for 50,000 years worth of preservation. That means when you all get through hearing us, go home and do something with your kilowatts. On the nose, what? Megabytes or gigabytes that you're dealing with. And let it flow out. It says better to give than to receive. Put some gigs online. So this is the gig from Knoxville. Huh? Knocking at your door. You understand what I'm saying? See, it's a poetic matter to everything. Knoxville can be knocking hard at all the other doors of our nation. Because it's time. And I thank you all for having us again. Take in the show. If you can't understand it the first time, go back and look at it. Walk through the whole museum and you'll see the connection of everything. Because everything here that this director has chosen, it fits in a little pattern. We may not be able to see it, but have you ever made a smoothie? You throw all that stuff off in there, then you cut the blender on. Throw it all off in your all's mind, then cut your mental blender on and see it on to be a smoothie.